All right, back at it again with some more NBA news. Overnight, Ja Morant agreed to a 5-year max rookie extension with his Memphis Grizzlies to stay there and be the face of that franchise. It's 5 years, 193 million, but that contract could turn into $231 million, and it likely will. I think there's incentives behind it that he's pretty likely to make. And I love it for the Grizzlies. That's my initial take. I mean, you had to pay him eventually. It was going to happen. And now you've locked up your star player that you're building the franchise around for the next 5 years. What are your thoughts on it?
Well, I mean, this one's blatantly obvious, right? The way he played this year he was a top. Well, I mean, what was he? All NBA, first team, second team, something like that. Third team,
I
maybe.
know at one point in the season he had thrust himself into the top 5 conversation for MVP.
Right, and he is a potential MVP candidate one year, or no, a potential MVP winner. You know,
Yeah.
so Ja Morant's a phenomenal basketball player. The only thing I'm concerned about Ja Morant is with the way he plays and how athletic he is. Knocking on wood, I just don't want to see him get hurt because we've seen it happen to guys like that with crazy point guards with crazy athleticism, a la D Rose. And knocking on wood, I really hope that doesn't happen because he's so fun. He's so fun to watch.
Yes.
He's so fun to watch. Every time you see Ja Morant play basketball, your face lights up because you love to see highlights like that. And he
The
really
one
has taken.
highlight with him almost dunking over Kevin Love.
Yeah, I did.
Remember
Yeah,
that
that was crazy.
on the Cavs. I'm very glad he missed that dunk. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Like just things like that you just
Yes.
love to see.
Yeah.
If he can have a super long career, I could see myself becoming a really big Ja Morant fan because that draft class is going to turn out to be really, really good.
Yes.
The Ja, Zion, RJ Barrett's even pretty decent. I really like that draft class, but yeah, no, shout out Ja Morant, huge contract, well deserved.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I love the signing. Now the question is that can the Grizzlies rebuild or not rebuild, but build around him effectively? I mean, you lost Kyle Anderson, which shouldn't be like huge, but and also Jaren Jackson Jr. is going to be injured. He just had surgery, so he's going to be out for 4 to 6 months. So he might be out into like January. So that's kind of tough. It's a little bit of a hard blow for the Grizzlies. Uh, can they do their best to um, pick up the pieces and try to make a run like they did last year?
Yeah, the Grizzlies are such a young team. The only thing they need to work on is building playoff experience, getting to the playoffs every single year. These good regular seasons are good to have because now you got guys like Desmond Bain, Ja Morant, Jaren Jackson, Steven Adams is that veteran presence on that team. But these young players, who's a Brandon Clark, they've got some really good young talent. And people forget they were a 2 seed last year, and that's for a reason. And these guys, once they get some experience under the belt and God willing they stay healthy, I think they could be a super dangerous contender for years to come.
Yeah, and the question later on in their careers is going to be, can you retain all those guys? I hope
Right.
so for their sake. But they're doing a good job, I think, building up with the young talent they have. So let's hope that the guys they drafted this year, I think they got Walker Kessler out of Auburn to be a backup center guy for
Jake
Steven Adams,
Laravia.
Jake LaRavia. So I like what they're doing, and I hope that their decision making can benefit them for years to come. All right, we're gonna end that one there, and thank you guys for tuning in. We'll keep you updated with whatever's going on.